So this is my fix for robbing. Basically what you do is you get this wire mesh stuff at Home Depot. The holes are just big enough for a bead to go through. And then you can use mosquito netting, but mosquito netting kind of, I think it doesn't let the air flow through very well, and they like to create a certain type of airflow in there, so if you screw up their airflow too much, it can be somewhat detrimental to them. So I like this stuff. I believe my husband found this at Joann Fabrics. I'm not 100% positive. I'll have to ask him later, and I'll put it in the description. But this stuff is just small enough that they can't go through it, but it's still open enough that it lets a lot of good airflow go through there. So then what I did was I just bent this wire mesh in half. Well, first you have to cut a piece out. Cut one out that fits your entrance, and then I left the spikes on it like this, and that makes it so that you can just hook this stuff on the top, and then also I've hooked it on the bottom, so you don't even have to tape it on there or anything. This tape is just left over from the last time I did this for last fall. It's totally not doing any work at all. I could put this off if I wanted to. Then I have just push pins, and since my hive is made of wood, it makes it pretty simple. You just clasp it on there with push pins. To get it on there, because there's a lot of bees coming in and out when you put it on, I basically had to take this part and push it down to the bottom way out here and then slide it towards them and kind of push them up in it. It was really hard to get this on there without squishing bees behind this stuff. And then last year I actually pushed it all the way up, but this year I've decided to let another little, kind of leave that away, because I thought that they just needed one more entrance hole. Oh, and last thing, before I put any of this on, I also went in with a pair of scissors, and like every 5 or 6 holes I cut the netting so that they have several different entrance holes to come through. So at first they were pretty upset about it. It looks like they're starting to get the hang of going in and out, and they're starting to figure out how it works. At first they kind of clumped all up in one spot, and we're trying to get through there rather ridiculously, kind of like they're doing there, but they'll figure it out. And what this does is it just creates minimal entrance areas so that the next time they get robbed, they're going to have an easier time defending themselves, because they only have a small number of entrances to defend instead of this giant wide area. And I hope it works. Cross your fingers for me.